I'm sorry, I don't know the whole song. Fourth grade teacher used to say that to us in the morning, but that's all she sang. So I don't know the rest or where it's from. I think it's Broadway show tune of some kind. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, good morning. Thinking about old LG alarm song. It doesn't matter. It's not even really morning, right? I've been up all fucking day and night. But I'm coming out of the blood blood phase in the uterine days. So I feel like I'm waking up for the first time all weekend, right? Well, weekend's high over. It says on a Tuesday for a reason. And that's because Tuesdays are for the girlies. Why? Because see you next Tuesday, right? Tuesday the 13th? Hell yeah, that sounds feminine as fuck. That sounds like everything, okay? Hello. Tuesdays, I think, are. No. Fridays really free us. Who's Tuesday? Who is Tuesday? If, you know, Mars, Monday. I think I made that one up. That doesn't sound right. Saturnalia, Saturday. I don't know. Who who are the I only know Freya is Friday. Who are the days of the week named after? Nice, thank you, Google. This is Yahoo, you fuckers. Why do you always do this? Um I like to, but the number 13 is a very feminine number. Like being odd, which kind of doesn't go with like what we talked about with numbers like a year ago, more than a year ago. That was like last winter. We had that really in-depth discussion about how numbers feel and the feminine and masculine alignment of different numbers. Um, but there's 13 moon cycles in a year, and there's 13 moon cycles in a year, right? So it's extremely feminine. But I felt like Tuesday was too for some reason. Who are we asking Google this? This is not confused. This is the planets, not the days of the week. The sun, the moon, and 5 planets. Oh, so Tuesday would be Mars. That's so weird I brought that up. I didn't even know which one Mars represented. It was Tuesday, so the masculine day and the feminine number. But it's funny to see you next Tuesday for the girls, you know? Anyway, it's irrelevant. Um, we have to roll ads. I kind of just kill a little bit of time before I gotta hit you with more ads. I know you had to watch one on your way in, but then I have to be the bearer of bad capitalism and play 3 minutes, or we will not have a timer for how long we have until I have to play more ads. Super duper annoying. But if you were to subscribe to me, you wouldn't have to watch ads at all. I hear the ad blockers are not doing their job as good as they used to, so you may want to consider. Either way, I have to do it now, so I'll be back in 3. Okay. I'm feeling like I just got cold while this ad was running. So either someone's about to come in or whoever's here is feeling very cold, very lonely and gathering. I don't really, not too often I feel loneliness, much as I feel, mm, well, no, shouldn't say I don't feel loneliness. Sometimes I feel loneliness, but that's not to say that being alone means that I'm inherently lonely, right? I very much like to be alone, but there are times when being alone gets overwhelming. Yes, relate subject. Um, that's a greater loneliness can come from never being alone and always feeling lonely. Yes, that I relate less to. Although I've experienced it throughout my life, just having never really gotten on with anyone too much for too long. Why is that, I wonder? I think it is the nature of my work. I think for a long time I had no idea that I did this at all. So how could you really be aware of how you affect people? Yeah, people only want to be told what to do or how to feel or see their wounds so much until they can't look anymore, or until they okay, wait, you have a good point. Okay, maybe I could, maybe I should. You know, very healed people may come to me and actually enjoy my company, and show me something. The thing. Or strong people, maybe not healed people. You don't have to be healed to be strong enough to have a personality that can mesh with mine rather than clash with it. This doesn't seem relevant to me right now because I would also assume Momo was the one lurking. This doesn't feel like a conversation that he and I would have. That was interesting. Maybe he left amidst ads. Maybe this is for a future watcher. God, there's something, yeah, there's something very weird about all of that, huh? Ah, okay. Seems but look, people just walked in. What did I? It's so weird that I do that. So weird that I do that. Is it weird though, or is it just what I do? It's very hard for me to. It's continuously hard for me to embrace, just as much as it is bizarre to watch. It's continuously hard for me to embrace. So what were we just talking about? That somebody just came into here, or maybe already heard. Couldn't decide if you were going to, but here we are. 10-10. So good to know I probably won't be doing tarot, but I was talking about the cosmic deck of initiation the past few days. Even if I do tarot, it's going to be a general reading, but you'll get a lot from it. I like to talk, and I think most people get more from me talking than they do from my readings, and that's why I stopped doing readings. So you should stick around, even if you were looking for tarot. I'll give you better answers than that. Get to know you way faster, way quicker without the cards. To the point where it's creepy. Sometimes I mock people's movements. Like, what's that about? I don't know. Scrying, I guess. Astral projection. I don't know how to explain it. I wouldn't, even if I could, maybe, because it's just like, don't do it. Don't go down this road. I might just be constantly on the verge of death. I also decided, so if I have not made it abundantly clear, I've already said it so much on this particular stream and in the last couple. We're finally getting to the end of my Terrapulsid. The rag, man. The blood flow. It's almost over. We're at the end of day 3. I like just showered and I didn't really feel like getting dressed up. I just felt like being comfortable, put my pajamas on. I didn't do my makeup. A little bit of lip gloss, no color. Some oil that made my skin feel even softer. But I just wasn't feeling it. Didn't wash my hair. I did brush it though. Felt like, oh, I'm wearing my NASA sweatpants. I should wear my planet earrings. Didn't even put rings on. I was like, fingers bloated anyway. Fuck it. It's gonna get stuck on there. No thanks. I'd rather not even deal. So it's a rare and raw form. I've streamed a couple times without makeup and worse lighting. This is very up close, very bright. This is what I look like. Of course, this is a little synthetic, and that's okay. Thank you. I know that. I don't really love everybody knowing that, but it's true, no less. Some people think I'm an illusion, and it's like, nope, I'm actually the real deal. The fucking natural on every level. The way I look, the way I do, the way I live, the way I practice. So someone was asking me the other day, this is weird to go back to a question from like literally maybe a week ago, but it could be that the person watching actually is the one to have brought up that question. Somebody was talking about the way that I practice. Oh, really? It's been raining here today too. Cheers. I'm gonna drink this Pepsi. I was debating, but somebody else is also drinking a Pepsi, so it's really weird that I have one. And here's the thing, mine is real sugar Pepsi. I bought this is one of the last cans I got of this pack. So cheers to your Pepsi ass. Who's drinking the Pepsi and still not gonna say anything. That's on you. Okay. Anyways, somebody asked me, well then it's not you, I guess. Somebody asked me the other day about like my practices, something, or if I had a while ago somebody asked if I had a grimoire, and then started talking about their grimoire, and then that came up at work at one point too, and then there was somebody asking about if I had a recommendations for some kind of practice, magic practice, and I just don't. But I also don't think that chaos magic is for everybody. So I think finding what works for you is really important. I never want people to think that the way I practice is like a common practice or something that I think other people should do, like the way that I went about things, like not reading the books, not reading the pamphlets, not following anybody, not copying or reciting or, you know, practicing anything that has already existed. That's not necessarily everyone's path, and there's a reason for it because when you go into the chaos of things like I do, or any chaos does, magician, sure things could go badly. I'm sort of a believer in intention. I think that it's all about the intention. Oh, wow. Well, the devil card, okay, so be careful of the jinn. Be careful of the jinn. I am. Yeah, I think I am. Mm. Mm. The heart of cards, baby. Yu-Gi-Oh! Even though I'm more of a Joey myself, I would say. All right. I'm a chaos black magician. I can picture the card. I feel like it was like that weird, like not samurai outfit, but it was like samurai enough with the red lining. Or am I just picturing the dragon? Red Eyes Black Dragon. No, I feel like I remember the magician. Chaos. Might be mixing cards up. No, yeah, I am picturing it right. Like maybe samurai wasn't the word, more tribal, I suppose, than samurai. Um, Dark Magician of Chaos is the one I was thinking of, though. Yes, yes, not Magician of Black Chaos. That one I don't recognize. Dark Magician of Chaos has always been one of my favorite cards. Um, what is this? Amazon. I'll send it. This is one of my favorite cards. Way back. Oh, hi. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat. I was getting a picture of this. Probably. Hi, Dom. Good morning. Where's Talin? Mm. I was drinking a fucking Pepsi, damn it. Y'all gonna lie to me? Who cares if there's liquor in it? That does still count. You're the one with the Pepsi. Fuck you. All I wanted was a Pepsi, but you wouldn't give it to me. Yeah, maybe I do have suicidal tendencies. Okay, chill out on the stream, please. Cheers. Oh, cool. Sounds like you're just having a great time, Kim. Going places. Good for you, Dom. Are you really? You like do the thing where you lie and stuff. I don't know what it's like in Australia, but I've partied enough in my day to have drank some pretty big quantities of lean. I don't know. Okay, that's what I was kind of getting the vibe of. Like, he might be lying, but he just doesn't know or understand my life too well. I can't joke about that because I'm just gonna be like, oh, word? This is fuck. So true though. I think I've only done it like once or twice, to be honest. The first time it was just like, oh fuck yeah. Out of a 2 liter and everything. Like, why am I talking about this? I don't want to talk about this. Um don't make jokes like that, Dom. Don't make jokes like that. Um okay. Oh man. 6 hours. Wow. What are you traveling for? Just for fun? Just because you can? Mm, it just seems like, yeah, but it is cool though to be able to just travel the world, Europe and whatnot. I'm hearing a song that I don't know if somebody's listening to music. It's almost like it kind of sounds like it would be from a 90s comedy or something. Maybe, oh, because you might be in public. So maybe the song's not in English because I'm not getting any words from it. But it's like a da 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 da. I don't know why I was hearing that. Ah, yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's, yeah. I don't know if it's really popular. Well, yeah. I mean, sure. Where's somebody from? But cheers. Why are we so quiet? Everybody's up in their heads. Everybody's thinking really heavily. What is this? I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. Um, Everybody feels real up in their head. It feels like nobody's actually looking at the screen, which is fine. Oh, nitrous oxide. What don't we just call them like whippets, I guess. Okay. So the past few days for me, obviously, it was like it was the bloodshed. I literally, y'all, I think I was trying to take care of myself and like take extra amounts of iron because I'm fucking bleeding out, right? Like heavily all the time, for days on end, right? I'm like, let me have more iron. Let me have way more iron. Oh yeah, you need to eat. I probably want to eat more, but it's hard because like the first time I ate today, or second time I ate today. First time I ate medicated food because I was like, cool. I just ate like some bread, some butter, some beets, and some weed honey. And it was like, yeah, hey, on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the tub and she Tuesday. Going up on a Tuesday. Yeah, what's up? Who's that? um, anyways, if I can eat some medicated food. Second time I just ate like a regular sandwich, and it was like I ate half of a fucking sandwich, and it was just like nope. I had to check out for a solid hour, maybe 2, because the cramps were just, like, so bad. Dude, I have not worn this flannel in it feels like months, like, months. You can look at back at all the streams. No, just kidding, they're not posted anywhere. Still, it's been months since I've worn this, so it is really crazy that you're wearing one too because it's very I can't even believe I put this on. I was feeling so lazy. I didn't get dressed. I put sweats on. I'm not wearing any makeup. Popped out of the shower. I know, the iron stuff that I was just talking about, you see, like, all this color, and it's like, "Oh, no, she's definitely wearing eyeshadow." It's like, "No, no, this is iron deficient." Got this nice veins thing going on, the bags under the eyes, but it's, like, red up top. It's kinda nice, right? The built-in makeup for my anemia. Lovely. Okay, so I just cramped out for like 2, 3 hours and was just like it was like pain. It was like nothing could stop this pain. Nothing I took, nothing I did, nothing I put on my body or in my body was just like gonna alleviate this pain. And I just had to like scream it out, thug it out. What are you gonna do? Take birth control every day? You're like, no, fuck no. That's so much crazier to me than doing it raw. But let me tell you, I'm sorry, that was about the periods, not about uh it's not for the weak. It's not for the faint of heart. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Natural periods, natural face, natural body, natural taste. It's a real sugar Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? All natural Tuesday. So this is me after sleeping for like, I don't know, I probably slept for maybe 14 hours yesterday. Um, at least was in bed for probably 14 hours and then spent half the day in bed today again. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. It's just like, yep, can't. I'm tapped out. This is it. I really can't function. I really can't think straight. I really can't put thoughts together. I really can barely hold anything because I just drop it all. Um, they probably had some other stuff in Pepsi when you think about it, right? I mean, imagine. Also, I think Coca Cola is a lot older than Pepsi. I could be wrong, but I think Pepsi Cola is more of a like 50s brand, and Coca Cola was like a 1910s brand or older, maybe even. I don't know. I could be making all of that up. Sometimes I read information one time and store it in there forever, and sometimes I just totally make stuff up and don't know where it comes from at all. Mountain Dew's okay, but original Mountain Dew's not really it anymore for me. I can't really do it. Oh, coconut water's the shit. Coconut water is everything. It's not the shit. It's actually the nectar of the gods. If anything had to be the nectar of the gods, it would have to be coconut water, right? Like the stuff that you break open in a coconut. That name one thing more nectar of the gods like in nature besides. Okay, because I'm serious. Yes, coconuts. Pomegranate juice is good too. Pomegranate's good. Yes. Um, so no matter how healthy you try to be, sometimes it's too healthy. I think that my blood was worse because I took iron. My body was like, "Oh, we can expel so much more now," and I'm like, "You're fucking joking, right?" And it's like, "No, no, let's go." You have what? Iron? Ah. Why? 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 That doesn't even make sense, you know? So now I gotta just do it up the next few days, weeks, and then stop. Maybe I don't know. Experimenting. PMDD symptoms were so little that it almost caught me more off guard to experience them at all. Call it forgetful. But the last couple days were rough. I slept a lot. I couldn't even bring myself to stream, and usually I can bring myself to at least stream in the day. Well, it's interesting. Solar plexus would be around the same area as like my uterine cramps take place. In no way. Yeah, this was bothering me last stream and all day today. It was here and then here and then here, and I'm like, Shut the hell up. And then I had a migraine just from the hormones, and blood loss is so crazy. Where it's like, I get it, the spiritual stuff, and the whole thing of like, yes, people think about me. There's nothing I can do about that. Sometimes there's nothing they can do about that. But goddamn, when I'm being drained by my own body, of my own body, drained by my own body, of my own body, and people want to drain me even more by coming to me and wanting anything out of me, bro, I ain't got shit. I ain't got nothing. I got nothing left. It just all fell out of my fucking vagina. Go away. Look, I don't know what the fuck to tell you or what you want. That's crazy. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Like, true. Holy fuck, dude. So it was a lot of pulling today. Like, oh, the fuck do you want? And hey, maybe the feeling is mutual. Maybe the feeling is mutual, but sometimes, not everyone, but my resolve is to know when someone is thinking of me, but in a serious way, not in a casual way, I think, you know? If you just kind of like pop on, watch something of mine, or look at my page or something, I don't think I can instinctually know. You have to be getting. Hello? How about now? Can you hear me now? Should be able to hear me now, right? That was a delay in the chat. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I accidentally unplugged everything and it plugged back in, and the mic it took to the wrong situation. The fucking mic. Mike the Situation? You're fucking kidding me. Mike the Situation is here? That'd be so fucking cool. Dude got sober. He was on a Jersey Shore. No, I don't know that that's really true. That'd be fucking nuts though, right? Mike the Situation's watching my live stream right now. How would that even be fucking possible? No idea, because sometimes he just goes on Twitch and just like randomly scrolls Twitch and stuff. No, that'd be so weird, right? Why would I even know that or see that? I don't know. Maybe somebody else's mic though is the thing. Or wait, Momo is Mike. That was weird. That was weird. No, I think it's so weird. I can't deal with that. Um, okay, because nothing is really secret to me. So again, if somebody was thinking about me looking at my page or something like that, I wouldn't necessarily know every single time. Once more, unless I really knew them, or if they were really digging deep, or they were doing something intimately. I think it would have to be both. Me being familiar, and it, the, it would be a very intense sort of thing, right? I can't just know all the time if someone's thinking about me. Okay. Yeah, I think everybody feels that way. I think everything is going that way. I think, I hope so anyway. I think, God has been a better writer than I could ever be, and I'm about the best writer on this kind of plane right now, right? So that's saying something, okay? That God could do better than me, and God gave me the ability to do the best things with that, okay? That's so beautiful. It's such a skill. And I would have to agree with you. I really do hope things are unfolding around the end of June. I know that for me personally, a lot will change at that time. And that's why I've been real patient and kind of minding my own business and not getting too stressed and not taking on too much and saying, whole lot of nothing and a whole lot of something. You know? I put out a little demo song, another demo song. I was like, why all the demos? Bitch, because I don't got the time and I only got 2 eyes, 2 hands, 1 mouth, 1 head. You know what I'm saying? I may have 16 different personalities in verses ready, but that does not fucking mean I got time to do it. No, done. Done. So I like put this song out, and I'm so proud of it. Actually, it's so funny to me. It's so impressive what I did here, and it doesn't sound that good at first. And then you're like, oh, okay, and then you realize, oh, it's 1 take. That's crazy. I know how impressive that is. I have always wanted to be able to do this, and now I can. So I don't really care for how it sounds, but I'm having a hard time actually putting it out there any more than I already have, which it hasn't done. Like, not too many people are that interested in what I do. Some people are more nosy in my business than they are interested in the actual output. And it's kind of crazy because I have to deal with that literally every day, where people claim they want to get to know me and claim they want to be my friend and claim they want this and that, claim that they love me, claim that they like me even. And I'm like, okay, we'll see. You can't even handle getting to know me. You can't even consume what I've already given you. You can't even accept what you already have of me. And you want to ask me for more. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then people will swear up and down I'm the crazy one for having those boundaries or for sticking up for myself or for saying that shit. Thank you. I appreciate you. And there's going to be so much, dude. There's going to be so much. There's going to be so much going on. So many good things. So much good stuff. And I'm a patient motherfucker. If you really think that I'm impatient, then goddamn, you're fucked up. You have fucked up. Because I'm a very patient, very loyal, very long term, very long con, very long distance kind of person. Let me tell you. Because if you think I'm some kind of impatient, hot-headed fool, whew, you either caught me on the worst day of that damn cycle, or you done really fucked yourself up and caught me up in it. That's most of the time how this works. All of this that I do. You know what I mean? So it's pretty crazy. People assume what they assume of me, of themselves, you know? I am not, but you're close, in a sense. I put my thing down for the see. You know? Yeah, I'm a very abstract person. I like abstract ideas. I like the abstract conversation. I like abstract thought. Oh, that's very cool. That's very cool. I don't really know much about the life paths. Yeah, I'm a 6. Cheers, by the way. I'm just gonna. I like that. As above, so below. The 6 and the 9. Maybe. I don't know, right? You know, y'all want to know what it's really like? You want to know what it's really like? I know it's weird for you to hear someone talk about their period as much as I do, especially because I'm a spiritual teacher, right? Amen. Especially because I'm a spiritual teacher, right? You think it's weird? Oh, okay. Thank you. Because it's important stuff. Some of this is important. Let's light this incense that breaks all stigma, breaks all shame, breaks all myths, breaks all lies, breaks all false logic, breaks all false creation, breaks all false promise, breaks all ignorance, breaks all resistance, breaks all miseducation, breaks all misinformation, breaks all misguidedness. Okay? Let's talk about this. This is because the thing is, as desperately as anybody would want to have or hone in the skills that I have, the thing is, the reality is, I have inevitably been forced to make an extremely intense blood sacrifice every single month since I was 11. Okay. Well, that's a lot to sink in, right? Because this is not a normal thing. You may have sisters, you may have girlfriends, you may have exes, you may have wives, you may have children, daughters, anybody with a womb, okay? You might even be a womb carrier yourself, regardless of how you identify or know someone who is, right? Understand this. Hi. There is no limit for how much I can expel. And that I never understood. It was fucking traumatizing. It still is a little traumatizing. Just to get up and go to the bathroom, right? Womb carrier. Yeah, hell yeah. Why be gendered when you can be kind? I don't give a fuck who's got a womb inside of them. I used to have some very turf ideologies because of my period. This was like when I was working at this coffee shop back in it was a super gay coffee shop. It still is super proudly queer. Or subtly queer, but proudly queer, but subtly queer, but proudly queer. It's whatever. Yeah, oh, you will. It's all unfolding. And I remember thinking, it's really hard for me to understand how someone who was not born with a uterus to identify as a woman, because it is so tied to my womanhood to have this fucking uterus and to go through this pain that only a woman could know of bleeding my fucking brains out. And I said this to a very queer person, and they said, oh, okay. And didn't challenge me at all. I was like, right, because that was just how I felt in the moment, being on my period. Years down the way, what I really realized, right, because I still wanted to accept trans people for who they were. And I didn't want to see it that way. That was just how I felt in the moment, where I was like, fuck, dude. But what I really realized in the long run was my womanhood was not tied to my period at all, and therefore I was not tied to my womanhood as I had thought. That's not what makes a woman, because some women never even get a fucking period. Some women take birth control. Oh, you don't get a period, you're not a woman anymore. It was a weird logic for me to have, but it was something that I was so tied to, right, and held on so tightly to. This is my identity as a woman, is to have a uterus and to go through this bloodshed, which was obscene and abnormal, always has been. Doctors have no idea why and have no way of helping. There's certain hormones you can take to stop the bleeding, but it doesn't really solve the problem to keep putting band-aids on it. So I'm an adventurer, and I've been trying to figure it out myself, right? Right. And I think as a radically queer and politically radically queer person, right? I think it's important to be very candid about my journey on the way here. I wasn't always just born knowing. I wasn't always just full of the correct information or the right influences. It took a long time. Right. It is. And I still like being one, I think, to some extent. But I also like to just be Shaman La and not really be thought of as one way or another, because it's very hardly human. There's a very, very loose grip on this world that I have. It's enough to keep me very here and present and taking care of myself. But I am not good at taking care of other things besides myself, because I'm taking care of everyone, whether they realize it or not, whether they see what I do or not, whether they understand the spiritual journey or the path of a holy man or whatever the fuck it is that goes on. How much energy this takes, or how much work this is, or how much time is devoted to prayer, meditation, thought, writing, speaking, thinking, developing, cognition. Okay? Not everyone has respect for their work. It's not their fault. It's not my fault. It's nobody's fault. It is the way of the life. Okay. So I like to be seen as nothing. I don't like to be even seen sometimes. But I am attracted to myself as a woman. I love women so much. And I'm like, yeah, being a woman's kind of fucking dope. It's crazy. It's like powerful. It's like exhilarating. It's whoa, being a woman because women, blah, it's gay. Whoa. Narcissist or gay? Narcissist or gay? Okay. Oh, I think we all know the answer. Chill out. Everybody chill out. Everybody relax. Everybody calm down. Everybody just thanks. I just think about yeah, that's so true. And I did for a long time. I deserve this self-love. Sorry. God, gay panicked in here. I get panicked in here. I was like, women are beautiful. Panic set in. Yes. Thank you for the follow again. You need some attention, huh? You followed me last night. What's this about? I like it though. I'm glad you are, Morphean. That's what I'm saying. I feel very lucky to be good looking, to be, but here's the thing about being attracted to myself and also liking women. Could you even be attracted to yourself if you didn't like the gender you are? That would be really difficult, right? No, honey, you followed last night. It literally, it says it right here. Kasususu followed, O2 followed you 2 days ago, and then Norflux followed you yesterday, and then Kusukasus O2 followed you this minute. It was this world. Yeah, I guess. Okay. Cheers to that, buddy. Sorry, I'm coming off my period, so if it seems like I'm smoking a lot of weed, I am. I've eaten all my edibles in the past couple days. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. I was crying so much today because I was in so much pain. Not because of anything emotional, which is cool. That's a really big win for me. But ow, it still hurts sometimes. And not now, I'm exaggerating in this moment, but not others. Alright, so cheers. Who has the furrowed brow? So anyway, I think I'm fucking awesome and attractive, right? We're talking about being attracted to ourselves. So here's the thing. My type becomes people equally or more attractive than me. Yikes. Those are a little hard to come by. I ain't even gonna fucking pretend. Because you also gotta be at least somewhat interesting as me, yeah? As somewhat kind, as somewhat thoughtful, as somewhat all the other things I am. But 100% not even gonna look at you unless you are equally good looking or better looking than me. And that's like something that is socially so unacceptable to say. Because like everyone's beauty is subjective. And if you saw everything and everyone I've ever been with, you'd be like, wow, your definition of beauty is absolutely beautiful. Because no two people ever really look too much alike, let me think. Oh, so cute. Yeah, right? I wish I was having food and coffee too. Maybe not with you, but all of us, Like if you were also there, we were all there. I would love that. What do you mean the divine feminine's up to? Is this like we want some twin? Listen, it's both for me. It used to only be bodies for me, and I was like, this is a disaster. I need to stop being just like physically attracted to people and actually talk to them. Not with the goal of just like, but to know them. Yeah, no, I'm a recovering fuckboy. That's why it's funny because it's gonna, man. Oh, I try to bite my tongue. Some things are so funny and true to life. I'm a recovering fuckboy, and I know a fellow recovering fuckboy, And it's funny because it's just like that reputation, I think, just follows you forever, no matter what you do, no matter how you treat people. Once a fuckboy, always a fuckboy in their mind. But my fuckboy energy, it's like, all right, fuck me then, right? No, so it's got to be both for me now. Again, I won't even consider it if I'm not physically attracted to you, but once I'm physically attracted to you, I gotta be mentally, emotionally, and, spiritually attracted to you too. What? Who? Okay, so what about him? I feel so sad about that still. That was one of my first, like big followers, and he just had a bad night one night. I don't know what the fuck happened. He spun out one night. That was so sad. That's still sad to me. He was a Leo. How do you remember that if you just followed me? What the fuck are you? Who is this? Who are you? Is it you? You think we weren't sad about you using cuss words on the stream and being crazy and mean one night? That was so awful. Why'd you do that? Is it you? Oh my god, we missed you. I don't. His source doesn't even come around anymore. He was hanging on for so long. Is that you? You think I would forget? The streams are even more legendary now, and I don't think I've talked about fuckboy nonsense since you were here. Is it? I feel like it is. It's okay. Just be nice. If it is it? Is that why you followed and unfollowed me so many times? Oh, okay. Maybe he was watching though, because that really I felt connected to whenever I was saying. It was like, oh, yeah. That's so funny. I wrote a poem one time. It was like an Instagram caption poem, and each line was for somebody else. And I put him in a line in that poem in case he ever saw that. Just so he knew that I wished him well, because it was a bad night and everybody's got him. But when it comes to the internet, it's like, I don't actually know you, dude. I'm so sorry. So if you're watching Pico, come on. That was so sad. We love you. Cool. Yeah, maybe I will do the mandala cards. I don't think I feel like reading. The cookbook got so dense. The Being Here Now, we got through the fun 2 chapters. The introduction is so heavy. Okay, somebody's crying about that little forgiveness. It's okay. A little squeak. It's okay to be forgiving, right? It's okay to be forgiving. Because look at how you can be forgiven. Thank you. I'm an earth sign and I don't wear a lot of green, right? I actually, St. Patrick's Day, was like, damn, why don't I have any more green? Okay. So, wait, so why were you following me and then not following me if you were following me back in those days? What happened? What made you not like me, or what's up with Twitch? Everyone is worthy of forgiveness, but here's the thing. They have to be apologetic, and you have to have it in your real heart of heart to be able to forgive. And I think the best way of recognizing how to forgive, if somebody's freaking the fuck out, I just want to say, I'm getting it in my ears and my chest. It's like, who the fuck is Pico? That's so weird. Somebody's crying. Maybe it has nothing to do with that, but somebody's just listening to me talk about the way I could forgive someone for some of their actions or the things they've said and done, as long as they are sorry. But the thing is, you have to be able to forgive other people if you want to be forgiven. And I think the easiest way to do both those things and accept both those things at the same time is realizing that you can forgive yourself. But in order to truly forgive yourself, you have to actually admit what you've done. Okay? It's not as simple as saying, okay, I'm sorry for the way that I am. I apologize for the things that I've said. I kind of know that I've been wrong in my life, but I'm still a good person, and I'm accountable for that. Okay, so I'm gonna move on, do the same fucking thing, and not change a goddamn thing about me, and think that I'm just gonna keep cruising. No, I'm sorry. That's not how forgiveness works. What am I forgiving if you're telling me you're gonna do the same thing all over again, or not really change, or really empathize or accept or let it sink in of what you did, said, done, right? Right. Forgiveness works best if you can realize how bad you truly are and learn to forgive yourself because you're better in this moment, having understood and known and detached from the things that you did in the past enough to recognize how terrible it truly was. Yeah? I don't. Do people think I'm bragging when I say I wrote a book that was akin to Helter Skelter by Charles Manson? Because it's not a fucking flattering thing to say. That's not a cool thing. I don't know what kind of fucking deranged people are so into, I don't know, true crime and like psych life, psychedelia, that comparing myself to Charles Manson would somehow be flattering or a compliment to me. It's not good. I'm literally trying to write the counterpart to Be Here Now. I am a confirmed Catholic, baby. I'm so Christian. I'm hella Christian. I love Jesus. The fuck you mean, bro? We love a good Jesus fucking Christ, okay? That's my boy. My buddy. My homie, if you will. That's my everything, okay? Yes. Mr. Weird, how's it going? Take my breath away. It's getting gay in the chat. Somebody's in love, huh? Take my breath away. No, I didn't say that. What the fuck? Y'all look the same, so don't. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. I'm not trying to laugh. Y'all, leave me alone. I'm saying, somebody, I don't know who it is or who is watching, but oh, okay. Maybe Jesus could get it. I don't know, but he was clearly gay. He had 12 dudes following him around and swore off woman. Or he was happily married to, Mary Magdalene, whore of Babylon, which is funny because people assume she was a prostitute, but back in those days, that's not really what whore meant. So it's just interesting. The economy of words, linguistics in general, history, and yeah. Yeah, but the 12 disciples who he was like, he walked up to, listen, Jesus walked up to 12 dudes. Okay, Jesus walked up to 12 dudes and was like, listen, I'm good, how are you? He was like, listen, leave this behind. What's this? Their jobs as fishermen, their wives, their children, their families, their livelihoods, life as they knew it. He's like, just leave that and follow me. And they did. So here's the thing. If Jesus was not slinging drugs or dick, what the fuck else were those men doing that's not, even on a religious level, you wouldn't be able to convince people that quickly without any kind of incentive, such as drugs or dick. I'm sorry, but that's, hello. Or he had superpowers and was extraterrestrial DNA. I think all three of those things are true, if I'm being honest with you. Somebody wants me to use my finger trigger for what? Sunny alarm, sunny alarm. That's a Thievery Corporation song. Sunny alarm, we're under the attack. Sunny alarm, don't make me do it. Somebody hasn't heard my demo yet? Has somebody not heard my demo yet? I'm sorry, did somebody just go in the chat and not hear my demo yet? Somebody has my finger trigger really ready to go, and I don't typically use this finger for very much. Who the fuck is that? Because I think I got the answer, huh? That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah. This is what I think is funny about people trying to still like gaslight me from the truth. Like people still being in denial of what goes on here. Like I don't fuck like we don't prove it. Like people who aren't afraid to admit that they watch me or who aren't afraid to listen to what I say or to follow me openly, chat with me. It's so weird, right? That people are like so resilient to giving me my time of day or the money that I'm owed for the work that I've done for them and for what they've gotten out of it. And the thing is, it doesn't just come back to me, not just in this life, especially. It doesn't just come back to me, it comes back on you. Your tabs, you're the best. Your tabs will get paid, even if you do not pay them to me. And I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all aren't in curating a tab. You have to understand. You're exchanging energy with me. You're keeping the stream going. You're keeping the conversation alive. You're keeping me in my confidence rather than my ego and being friends to me, right? I'm not talking to you when you chatters, you regular viewers, you who have become important to the stream. Right. Yeah, isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? And you witness it over and over again. You're not the only one. And it's overwhelming, it's creepy, and it's a lot of work to have to listen to me because it's like, oh wow, she really does know and she really can do it. She really does. So, it's pretty crazy. So when I say that stuff, I'm obviously not talking about y'all. Y'all are very equal, very equal give and take. Very equal give and take. So it's these other energies, these lurking energies they've been lurking for far too long at me. And it's so funny because it's like you're lurking up the wrong tree. This birdie barks, baby. I don't tweet. Okay, I should probably write that down. Beep, beep. That was good. Didn't you like that? Like, I actually like that. What did I just say? You're lurking up the wrong tree because this birdie don't bark. It don't tweet. This birdie bark don't tweet. Yeah. That's, yeah. Cause I'm the mad actress. We going the mattress. Not your fucking waitress. Got a little black dress. Baddest bitch. Hottest mess. Goddess up. Goddesses. If you ain't got nothing to say, digress. Woo! That's tasty. Okay. So, I gotta go. I'm kidding. But we do have like 7 minutes until the pre-roll ads have to go off. So I'm just gonna roll them now because I feel like it. Feels like a good time. 1 hour in. Let's just take a minute. Because if I really be embarrassed, baby. Who the fuck? It doesn't matter. Listen, what do y'all want to know? What do y'all want to do? Do we want to check out these mandala cards? Because it is like the only deck I'm willing to do at all. But everybody keeps bringing up Divine Flame, Twin Flame, da da da. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. Your Fortune? Let's do Mr. Little glimpse of the future. The harrowing pain can endure, or you can stand next to one who's mature. When you make this call, remember it all. It's your heart that's always for sure. How's that? For a fortune. Yeah, okay. That's cute. You probably fall in love with the older person. Yeah. Don't hesitate. They come on to you. I don't even know your sexual orientation or anything like that. Okay. Let's see. Amen. Alright, Momo. There once was a scalding pot, sat on the stove too hot. But when you looked in and found your reflection, you realized it's all you got. That's very good. That's self-acceptance. That's like being comfortable with oneself. I swear that's not Pico. Don't lie to me, baby doll. Baby doll. Like Laurie Anderson. I created August 4th and you're a Leo. No, because this would have been that your account would have existed like before that. Okay, I'm sorry. I keep accusing you of that. It's just so cute. It reminds me. Well, it becomes easier when you realize it is what it is. Right? Like when you just accept it for what it is. Is that it's already it. It is already it. Okay. And perhaps I should include this in my little book here. But I'll tell you now that I had very little love for myself for a long time because there were things that I liked to do, like writing and drawing and reading and, science, even studying in general, and plays and stuff. Like I was into all the arts and all the school subjects. But I played sports and I did dance, but I wasn't as into that stuff, I always liked to sing, but I was always loud, and I, probably spared me my voice to not be able to sing as a child. So, I always liked that stuff, but it was never really, I don't want to say I always got bullied for it, but I guess I did. So, I was always a nerd. And even though I just I don't know, I didn't pay that much attention to what other people were doing or what other people had going on. But people went out of their way to make sure I felt self-conscious about what I was doing, even though I did keep to myself for the most part, or tried to. But again, when you are just kind of a loner, it's like if somebody talks to you, it's like, oh, hello, person who's talking to me. I'm unassuming, and we'll just assume you have the best intentions. Because why would you talk to me otherwise? That seems weird. Okay, so whatever. It didn't deter me, really. It didn't really deter me from being who I am. It just made me self-conscious. Probably mostly about the way I looked was what I was most self-conscious about, because I noticed that if I got someone into something, and if they, you know what I'm saying, it would become more socially acceptable if someone else was doing it, because I was always very tall. I still am taller than most women. Or it's like a or high-end average height, yes. Not taller than most women, but a lot of them. And I was always like pretty chubby too, so I just felt like I physically fit in better with the boys my whole life. And so my personality showed that, especially because, like we talked about, I think either earlier on stream or last stream, that I went to Catholic school, so I was always outnumbered by masculine energy. There was always way more boys than girls around me. So I just never really felt like I fit in with the girls, but the boys wanted nothing to do with me either. Right? So lone wolf type. But if someone else was doing something that I did, it became more socially acceptable because those people would fit either dynamic. So I'm not saying I was always non-binary, but I didn't really fit either binary, did I? No, I didn't. And I actually ran into I shouldn't even say this because it's like I don't even think anybody I know really watches the stream, but if they did, it's like how embarrassing for them. Because I ran into someone who knew me in childhood, who I thought was a friend, and I think not so much. I think I didn't even realize that this may have been, someone who wasn't so nice to me, because they had said they remembered me a certain way, and it was weird. And I had to sit there and be like, "Oh, didn't realize I was that weird, that young." What a revelation for me, to see through other eyes. Now that I'm old enough to, right? And it's okay, but it's who I always was, right? So some people want to claim open-mindedness or the acceptance and whatnot, but in reality, not always, right? And we do grow, we do change, but at the same time, some people don't really have the ability to recognize what needs growth or what needs change. Okay, if you cannot clip the dead ends of your new growth, you'll never get any more growth if you're comfortable with what's already there. Okay, if you want to grow flowers, then you have to put the work into the garden to be able to have them. Yes, that's just sort of the way it works, the way of the world. So it's all the experience. But so cute though. I would have been like, hell yeah. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. We would have definitely been friends as kids. We weren't really kids at the same time though, I don't think, right? You're like very young. Yeah, so it's just wild to experience because, me not recognizing these things or seeing these things sooner really prevented me from getting anywhere in life to some degree. And of course, a lot of that has to do with me. But again, me not being able to recognize that not everyone was going to have my best intention, no matter what they said their intention was or who they were. I'm 31. I used to be all do the math or figure it out yourselves, but I don't really care anymore. I think I recall you saying you're 22 or 3 or something, and a Cancer, so your birthday's coming. I am all 31 flavors. I try to make the best of anything, no matter where I am. I've been many places, and I still go to them. And I think that there are so many reasons to maybe keep going in some directions and stop going in others. But no less, there's something about this road already. And yet, you haven't. What is this about? Somebody's wearing an eye patch. Somebody is forgetting to see their own doings and things. Someone poked in the eye. somebody's falling asleep. Yeah, something like that. I had to close this one for a second. I don't know what that was about. It's not all about you. I'm kind of kidding, but no, I'm not. I feel like eating some candy. Isn't that funny? Oh, did you? And people still doubt that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And people still question my abilities. It's so funny. That's exactly what that would be. We would call that bitch eye, if that's what you mean. You get a little smoke in your eye. But it's 9:30 in the morning somewhere in Estonia, so good luck, I guess. Have fun with it. Get more coffee. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, so self-love, huh? Growing up was hard to love myself despite if I loved what I did, yeah? Because I always had many outlets. The escapism of reading, the outlet of writing, the alternate reality of drawing, you know? But the true pinnacle of self-love for me, and I never recommend going the routes that I did by any means. It's just a very specific moment, and I think you could have it cleanly. And I think I've brought this up on stream before. But I had looked in the mirror many times before, and I questioned what I saw. I never really liked it that much. I always wanted to change myself, but I always felt like, oh, definitely computers. Yeah, early internet days in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s was like different fucking world. Fully embarrassing, but it's cool. Most of it's gone, and if it's not, oh my good God. But, you know, it's kind of funny. It's kind of sad, kind of cute, kind of bad. But, anyways, either way, I smell a rat. It's funny that you had the cat emojis. Anyway, hard to self-love. So, second time I went to Lollapalooza. The first time I went to Lollapalooza was much earlier in my career, so to speak. And less crazy, you know, a lot more innocence to it. And somehow I still remain very innocent in many ways, despite all the loss of innocence, right? And that's truly masterful in itself to be able to have twice only, I think, right? Yeah, only twice. Um, 2008, 2009. Good, both really great years. Very good years. 2008 was Kanye and Radiohead and Rage Against the Machine, and Lady Gaga was there, I think, or maybe that was the year before because she was Stephanie Germano still. I saw Perry Farrell that weekend, and then the next year it was like, I want to say Santa Gold was there, Lou Reed, Snoop Dogg, Jane's Addiction, fucking great lineups. Lou Reed, hands down, best show. It was like no one was there. It was so cool. So sad for him, you know. Good night. Or he's saying like good night. Those were all the different nights, but yeah, so many good shows. See ya. Um, Yes, that was fun. I was still in high school for that. So the second one, I was a little less innocent. Yeah, okay, cool. Good night. You said it was separate, so I was like confused. But yes, good night and sweet dreams to you, darling Ward. Weird. Um, I know I like put some weed in this bong, like I was gonna smoke it, but I'm probably fine for now. I still don't like to come down too much and realize that I'm still like aggro as fuck from the blood or whatever, but I think I've pretty much gotten past it after these last 3 days were fucking rough. So rough. Now it's about replenishing somehow. Even though it's like I just took 3 days off, I don't really have 3 days to replenish, but sometimes that's what it takes, and it's so annoying because I gotta get back to life tomorrow. I hear like Mad World for the Gary Jules version. I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. I do like Donnie Darko, and it does make sense to me, actually. That's probably why I had the nickname Grandma Death when I was young. Anyways, I was rolling face. Not be fucking frank, I was just rolling face in a hotel bathroom. And I sat in the sink and I stared at myself for a really long time. And I got to know myself in that moment in a way that I hadn't before, because honestly, it's not a very pretty view to be so up close in that state. I looked like a skeleton. You know, it looked like translucent skin, like I could see every single vein and pore in my body and the blood. Yeah. Like really up close to the mirror, like sat in the sink and was staring in this mirror and was like, yo, this is me. And I have no choice. So I gotta just love it. And I have to learn to love this face. And I have to just let this face be the beautiful face that I've always wanted to have. Because that's the only way that I'm gonna have the face that I want, is to just embrace the face that I got. And all of a sudden, I started to see myself as attractive. I started to feel more beautiful. And then other people started to see me that way too. And I swear to God, it happened that way. And I'm not saying you have to like pop fucking pills or do drugs to get that effect of sitting in your mirror and staring at yourself saying, oh my God, I have no choice. This is who I am. Because in reality, there's no other way to embrace yourself enough to truly love something that you don't want to love, but already have, right? If you can't be with the one you love, honey, love the one you with. Love the one you with. There you go. Embrace the face. Embrace the face. This is my look. I didn't do shit. I put a little bit of oil on and some lip gloss. Okay, colorless lip gloss. This is my face. This is. Imagine seeing this. It was scary. It was scary. I looked scary. These bags under my eyes and my translucent skin. And sometimes in the sun, you can see this big fucking vein go through my forehead. So I'm like, and it's like, whoa, I'm seeing every micro detail of my skin and underneath my skin. It was not pleasant. It's not like it was not this beautiful face that you see before you, as I have a mess and in a flannel with no makeup on and look like totally dead because I just was drained of my blood for 3 days. But goddamn, if it didn't teach me to accept myself in that moment, then I could easily let that feeling wear off and let those eyes wear off and look in the mirror and say, oh my God, okay, not so bad, huh? Not so bad, huh? I guess I am not the ugliest person I've ever seen. And I don't even think anyone's that ugly except for people who have really ugly personalities, right? The ugliest person to me would have to be someone who really did me and my friends dirty. Ugly, you know? And I wasn't always so perfectly unshallow. I've had plenty of times I was shallow and even mean to people, but also some people really just have it coming in other instances. It's never one-sided. It's never I'm always right or they're always right. It's every case by case, piece by piece information to review if you want to. But some people, yeah, had it coming, and others really probably I owe them something or an apology or whatever. And being able to recognize that, it's going back to forgiveness, right? Which is the initial conversation we were having. As much as I get my trails of thoughts or long-winded this and that or distracted, I always do come back to my points pretty often, pretty well, huh? That is how we started the conversation, was about forgiveness. And then it became self-love. And now we're back to forgiveness. Because once you learn to love yourself, you inherently learn to accept yourself, no matter what you're going through, right? So I had experienced self-love and self-acceptance before I had really gone through any of my karmic retribution or my karmic relationships at all. Okay. So I loved myself through all those mistakes. And I love myself through all those actions. I love myself through all those behaviors and all those toxicities. I love myself through it because I learned self-love before I learned self-healing. Yes? Okay. I love myself through some horrible things, which was great for me at the time. But in retrospect, it made me think, yeah, I was very hard to love. How could I love that? How could I do that to myself? How could I put myself through that? How could I allow myself to do that? How could I allow myself to be that way? How could I allow that for myself? I thought I loved myself. What was there to love? Well, there's now. There's the love you have right now. There's the love you have right now. There is the love you have right now. Right? Wow. Okay. So, if you really loved yourself, you would be able to forgive yourself for what you've done. Big words for a big man like you. Okay. Big words for a big man like you. If you really loved yourself, you'd be able to forgive yourself for what you've done. And if you could really forgive yourself for what you've done, then you could truly forgive others for what they've done. And if you feel like you can't forgive others for what they've done, then you haven't truly forgiven yourself for what you've done, nor do you love yourself enough to allow yourself to experience forgiveness on that scale, to that level, and in that depth. Beyond saying I'm sorry, beyond wishing you'd done it different, beyond wanting to make amends. It's true forgiveness, okay? What the fuck do I need the cards for? I don't need tarot cards. That's the facts. I don't need it. Okay, you don't like it? I don't need it. I'm still gonna do this. I'm still gonna say what it is. I bet you if I shuffled up that deck, we'd get universal forgiveness, universal love, law of life, law of karma. We could put money on it. You wanna bet we'd get those? In the first shuffles. Huh. Should we try? No. Because why test God, right? I don't know if I always exactly know what to say because sometimes I don't know what to say. I say the wrong thing, and later it ends up being like the thing to have been said. So I say what always needs to be said. I don't always know exactly what I say. Does that make sense? Oh, I love that take on God. That is good. That is good. I like that a lot, yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Wow, that's beautiful. I could only be so blessed or so lucky to be a part of something as beautiful or wholesome or gorgeous as this. Yes. I really have always sought the beauty in life to the point where it felt it felt like a never-ending journey. Okay, sometimes I'll be on my period, and right, and that's a mistake because whatever you're seeing is falsified beauty. Whatever you see as beautiful, if you do not see yourself as beautiful, whatever you're perceiving as beautiful is false beauty. It is what's being projected upon you to accept and to see as beauty, right? Instead of seeing it within yourself and to seeing it through your own eyes. Okay. Um, Sometimes when I'm on my period, I let it guide me. I let it say, fuck you. Let me do what I do. Let me say what I say. Because, of course, it is what I say. I don't always know what I say, but it is what needs to be said. You know? I think we all see beauty in each other. There keeps being these little instances right now. A lot of interesting energies in the chat. Considering we've got the chatters here. 1, 2, 3. We had 4 chatters. Weird went to bed. So we've got the 3 chatters, a couple lurkers. I question the lurkers. I don't understand what I am thinking or seeing or feeling. It seems like such odd hours for any of that. Sometimes if somebody couldn't sleep, they might come on here. But how would you even know to come here? Is the question that I'd be wondering the most, I think, of anything. No. No. I don't think I'm able to pull off animal print. I think as a Taurus, it's just not in my nature to wear cow print. I've always much preferred cheetah print, leopard print, zebra print even, but I've never been one for cow print. Okay, well, okay, okay. But what do I say then? What would I say if I had to pretend like you weren't watching me? Because if I ask, you say, no, not me, I didn't, no. But then everybody else was like, yes, your intuition, it's right, that's what I did, or this and that, and this and that. Proof after proof after proof after evidence, and then the one that says, no, I've never seen it. Okay. Well, now I'm tired. Anyways, we weren't talking about too much. We were talking about self-love and self-forgiveness and how they are so much easier when you do them both and when they both coincide with one another. No, this is too distracting. This is too distracting. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Because part of me wants to take an ad break. It's like 30 minutes. It seems so soon. I got this. Too much. Too many things, so many things. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I have to. I'm so sorry. know what? Fuck it. Don't do it. Just feeling kinda